We're here in Savannah, Georgia, visiting a very special man, Mr. Paul Hitch. Mr. Hitch was a Chevrolet engineer from 1935 until 1977, and most notably, he was Chevy truck chief engineer from 1966 until 1972. Now in January 2018, Chevrolet celebrated 100 years of truck manufacturing, having produced 85 million trucks over the past century. In March of 2018, Mr. Hitch turned 101 years old. We have a chance to sit down with Mr. Hitch and learn about how he has contributed to producing some of the most iconic Chevy trucks ever. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you started your career at General Motors?
I was born and raised in Indianapolis, and General Motors bought a old Martin Perry plant. That became the truck plant for Chevrolet, and that was 1937. And of course, that was still in the Depression days. Nobody could get a job, but they were hiring at Chevrolet, and I learned that they had a General Motors tech. And August of 35, I started working there.
So between the early 50s, let's say, and into the middle part of the 70s, you worked on trucks, is
All
that
my
correct?
life.
Did you have one vehicle that you felt you really put your heart and soul into it?
The 73. It seemed like I had a group of good engineers at that point in time, and they did a real good job on handling. I still think it's a good truck.
You know, this generation of trucks that you worked on is actually one of the most sought after pickup trucks in terms of classics that are out there.
Well, I look at the ones you have today, and boy, they really look good.
Did you have a lot of pride working for Chevrolet?
Sure. In my days, boy, we were loyal to Chevrolet. I mean, there's no question about that.
And why is that?
Because we made everything. Everything we looked at was Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Mary Barra.
Thank you for calling. We're here with Mr. Paul Hitch. And I'll tell you, I am so honored to have a chance to talk to him. And I'm going to hand it to Mr. Hitch.
Mary, a lot of people ask me if I knew you. And I tell them when I retired, you were 15.
I think it's so great that Eric is there with you to have two chiefs talking about the very important truck product. I think that's really, really cool.
Well, I'm still here.
Yeah, by the way, happy birthday. Is it 101 years old?
That's right. Oh, thank you very much.
Was that a surprise? And did that
Yes,
make
it
you
was
feel-
a surprise, yeah. I had hoped to meet her.
Can you tell us about a technology that you worked on that you brought into the market, or something that you were proud of the team worked on?
We're trying to compete with the Ford Bronco. And I said, well, what can we do? We can't compete directly with them because of the cost of tooling. And I said, well, why don't we just take a Chevrolet pickup, cut the wheelbase to 104 inches, marry the pickup box to it, and we put it out to the sales department. They estimated they could sell 300 a year. And that year we sold 5,000.
Was that the first Blazer?
69, yeah.
69. What a great, great product. When you look back at your entire career, Mr. Hitch, how does it make you feel about General Motors, and probably more specifically about Chevrolet?
To me, General Motors is still number one. And I think the General Motors products today, and I'm sincere about that, I think they've really got a good product line today.
Well, Mr. Hitch, I've really enjoyed chatting with you. One of our executive chief engineers who works on the next generation trucks, Mr. Tim Herrick, has a phrase: those of us working in the company today, we stand on the shoulders of giants. I want to say thank you, because I think I'm standing on your shoulders in my position today. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Well, thanks for coming down.
My pleasure.
Yeah.